Welcome back to Istanbul Park. It is now time for Group 5. Antonio Giovinazzi and Sebastian Vettel. Welcome to both of you. Now, we're going to start by throwing it back 2 weeks. And Antonio, can I start with you? Because you drove the Russian Grand Prix without a radio. How was that? How difficult was it?
Yeah, for sure was not easy at all. And to be honest, it was the second time already. Last time was, I think, Portugal, last year. So yeah, for sure it was not ideal, especially in the end of the race when it was start to rain and there was no communication with the team. So yeah, it was difficult, but I hope it will not happen again.
But that's a good point. When the rain started coming down, how did you make the call about when to stop? Lots of pointing, or?
I think I was the last one to stop because I saw Lando was in front of me, so and I knew that he was the leader. So he was with slick, so I keep going, and it was difficult also to see the pit board with the spray and everything. So then in the last lap when it was just too wet, I just pitted, and luckily the tires was there, and and I did the last lap with the intermediate.
And Antonio, on a sort of perhaps more serious note, how difficult is it to run a race with no communication, just in terms of the operation of the power unit and everything else that goes on in the cockpit?
To be honest, already, like I say, in Portugal, I had the first experience. It was not great at all. And then again here, especially because Sochi for fuel saving was not easy. And, I didn't know how much I was saving, if it was enough or not. But yeah, it was not great. Also with the brakes, so yeah, really, really difficult race from lap 1. And but yeah, it's like this, and then looking forward for the next one.
Great. Well, thanks for that. I feel I must just ask you if there's any update on your contractual situation.
No, not yet.
Nothing. You haven't been given a deadline or given the team a deadline even?
Not really. So yeah, we'll see. I hope soon. Because for sure you want to know at least what will happen next year. But yeah, it's no news yet.
Okay. Thank you, Antonio. Well, Sebastian, have you ever driven a race in Formula One without a radio?
I probably have. I don't remember, but not from the beginning. I think I lost it some way halfway through or something. But I don't remember the exact race. It's definitely not. It's been a while ago. I think then there was a rule at some point that there was no radio allowed, or certain messages weren't allowed. Then it got a lot more quiet. But then that got lifted again, and now we can talk. So yeah. It's been in my first couple of years. I don't remember now.
It was a while ago, I guess. But look, you had a great run here last year, Sebastian, coming home third. Just how do you reflect on that weekend?
Well, it was very slippery last year, so we hope that it's not as slippery, but actually it was good fun. So, yeah, I don't mind if it rains again. This year we have spectators, so for the spectators probably not so nice to have wet conditions. But for us, I think it could mix things up, so I'm fairly open-minded. Yeah, I've always liked this place. I obviously had the first appearance many years ago here, so it's nice. It's a nice track, and it's nice to be back.
And you won here, of course.
Yeah, that's also a long time ago, but yeah, I did.
Now, I did want to ask you. You've scored only once in the last 8 races. I mean, obviously there was Hungary, but then, of course, there was the disqualification. Do you feel Aston Martin has lost ground since the summer break in particular?
No, not really. I think, yeah, we've just not been very good in getting the small opportunities. I think when the big opportunities were there, we were there to strike, and we got a lot of points. But for the small ones, like a 7th or 9th place or 10th place, we've always had some things standing in, sort of being a little bit in the way, small mistakes. So I feel we can still improve. I feel a lot more at home in the car. I feel, I really enjoy driving the car. I think we would love to be more in the mix and just have a little bit of extra pace to be a bit more competitive, to be at ease with the AlphaTauris and Alpines and control the situation a bit more. Overall, I think quali is our weak link, and in the race we're very strong, but it gets a lot more difficult when you start a couple of positions further back to sort of recover, because when you are at the same sort of pace in the race, to overtake it's not easy. So yeah, I feel though we have still some races ahead of us, and I feel that good things will happen. So looking forward.
Do you think good things can happen this weekend?
They could happen any weekend, So
Do you think the car will suit the track and vice versa?
I don't know. It's hard to say. Because last year was so different, we don't have really a clue. I mean, I know the track. I think it should be okay, but I think we cannot expect miracles because the track, it's not a Baku or Monaco or street circuit where you can do something different, So it's a normal track. Everybody will find its way around. So yeah, we will see what we can do, but yeah, I think we should be open-minded, and if the rain comes for us, it's an opportunity.
Thank you. And final one from me. Martin Whitmarsh started at Aston Martin on last Friday. What's top of his to-do list, do you think?
Well, it's a better question to ask him, but I think we have lots of things on our to-do list anyways. So it's obviously great that he's joined the team to strengthen us as a group, and I think the first top of the to-do list, I guess, would be to try and get a sense of what's going on. I think that's the most natural thing to do when you get somewhere new, to feel the vibe, and then see what's happening, what's in place, and where you can be of support.
Great. Thanks to both of you. Let's take a look at our fan question now. So please take a look at this.
Merhaba, if you were racing with your kid for the win and you were second, would you allow your kid to win? İyi şanslar.
Well, thank you, Omar. That's a great question. Let me just repeat it. If you were racing with your kid for the win and you were second, would you let your kid win? Perhaps, Sebastian, we should start with you.
Yes. I think it's the obvious answer, but the absolute honest answer is what you're racing for. Now, you think you're always happy and of support as a father for your child. But I also feel that sometimes, it's important not to sort of just gift wins. This could be small things when I have challenges with my kids. I think it's also, I think also for them, the enjoyment is less if they win easily, you see what I mean? So I think I would, if they beat me fair and square, I think it's great. But I would always be happy to support them and win, but I think it's also important to give it a good fight.
Now, Antonio, you don't have children, but
Yeah.
when you were competing against your parents, would they let you win?
No, with my parents, no, because my dad is quite competitive, and we like to win. So I don't know if sometime he let me win, but I don't think so. But I think with the kid, you always try to to make him happy. But I think I will agree with what Sebastian said. He got more experience than me, so maybe in the future will be like this.